Good morning, everyone. This is Tom Timko with Compeer Financial. I've been wondering lately how many countless conversations regarding ARC and PLC have been taking place in the last couple months. Sometimes, or often, farm bill decisions can be confusing. The last sign-up was pretty much a slam dunk, and we knew that there was a guaranteed payment with the County ARC the first 2 years. So as we've been thinking about this, we put together several items or action items that you should think about doing. Number one, if you have a local FSA or extension sponsored meeting, you should plan on or think about attending. Number two, request a 156 Easy FSA forms. This will have your PLC yields and your base acres listed. Number three, obtain or locate your 10-year crop insurance APH. You only need to be concerned about 2013 through 2017 yields, so you may have this in your file. Number four, update your PLC yields if you're choosing the PLC option, if it makes sense for your operation. Remember, you may not know this, but if you're going to update your yields and you get a 200 APH, for example, every year in 2013 to 2017, I believe you're only using 81% of that number. So a lot of the PLC yields may actually not need to be changed, but you should go through that process if you're choosing PLC. Number five, supplemental coverage option, which we call SCO. It's only available if you choose PLC. It gets you up to an 86% coverage level. So if you're at 80% level, it'll get you another 6%. That 6% will be county based, but is highly subsidized. Because it is highly subsidized, that makes SCO inexpensive, what I call or refer to as price protection, especially for 2020. Number six, contact your Compeer agent. You may want to get, if it works for you, you may want to get in touch with your Compeer agent to run through the ARC and PLC calculator too that we have in-house that's available to us. You know what? There's other online tools available, but often they can be confusing. Number seven, elect and enroll by March 15th for both 2019 and 2020. You might be thinking, but Tom, my due date's March 15th. Why do I want to do that earlier? If you know what your changes are going to be more than likely, you can make those changes in elections right now. And if you change your mind before March 15th, all you have to do is go back and make those changes at the FSA office. Remember, after this sign-up go around, our sign-up for ARC PLC will be on an annual basis. Final thoughts that I would like to share with everyone, and we'll just kind of cut through the chase a little bit. I'm going to talk first about County ARC. County ARC is a program that uses reported yields, previously NAS yields. This year, they're going to use RMA data going forward. What does that mean for you? Well, if your county suffered a loss or a really low yield in 2019, there's a really good chance that County ARC is going to be your program of choice. What don't we know right now? Typically in February, we would know what the yield was going to be for that county, but because we're switching to RMA data, those yields are actually not released until June. But we do hope that the February NAS data or county yields are going to be a good leading indicator of what the RMA data is going to be similar to or look like. Remember, on the County ARC, you are getting paid on 85% of your base acres. And so it's important to know what your base mix is between corn, soybeans, and wheat. Next, we'll transition and talk about PLC. PLC is price protection. I like PLC because in the environment in the last couple of years, we have experienced lower prices. As I think about 2020, if we do have a lot of corn acres get planted and prices are low, you know what? That's where PLC is going to shine. Our reference price for corn is $3.70, $8.40 on soybeans, $5.50 on wheat. And remember also, if you take PLC, you're eligible for SCO. Some extra thoughts I want to talk about on PLC, if I didn't mention it earlier, is why didn't we choose PLC in the first go around? Again, just as a reminder, prices were substantially higher in that first go around when we signed up. It was more like $5 to $6. Completely different price environment now. So Again, PLC, depending upon your yields, is really it's a pretty good program when it comes to price protection. ARC Individual, some thoughts on that. I'm not going to share a lot of details on ARC Individual. It was not the most popular program. I don't suspect it's going to be, but the people that need to look at ARC Individual is the people that had 100% prevent plant on an entire farm number. If you're one of those, ARC Individual becomes a very viable option to consider. Again, anytime that you could have a guaranteed payment in 2019, you almost have to take it because there's no guarantees in 2020. So again, if you had 100% prevent plant by farm number, you need to do a little bit more research and see if ARC Individual is the right choice for you. Okay, we just went through a lot of information on County ARC PLC and ARC Individual rather quickly, not to mention what you've learned or heard prior to this. So if you don't mind, let me share my Tom Timko personal thoughts on what I think you should be thinking about in most cases. Number one, County ARC. Where's County ARC going to fit? If you had bad yields or really low yields in 2019 for your county, County ARC might be a guaranteed payout for 2019, needs to be considered. Or if you're in a particular county where you have variable county yields or county low yields on a regular basis, the County ARC still may be a good choice or good option for you. If typically you had good yields in 2019 and maybe in a few years prior, more than likely PLC is going to be a really good option for you, especially if you're worried or mostly concerned about low prices or price protection. And lastly, we talked about ARC Individual. If you had 100% prevent plant by farm number, this is a viable option you need to explore. With that, I would like to thank you for your time and your business, and also take the time to remind you to reach out to your Compeer agent if you have any questions or to run your personal farm scenarios. Appreciate it again, and everybody have a great day.